Hey guys, Alan here from the Magnetic Music Academy, and I was just speaking to a friend of mine about music and hashing up ideas. And I was speaking to an artist the other day, and I was telling him about it. And the artist was telling me about the challenges that they were having in music. They've been doing music a long time. They've recorded a lot of music, and they've had success probably about 15 years old, like huge success. And then since then, things have just become more and more difficult with the more different channels, and the creators that have entered in the space has become more and more difficult and challenging for them. And they have an audience, but they haven't really been able to monetize that audience as yet. And I was just kind of figuring out from them what their pain points are, like what the challenges are. And sometimes it's not even, the challenges aren't to do with how good our product is. Sometimes it's to do with our mindset and our approach, right? This is the conversation which we had, and I was just share a bit with you guys. And so I was saying, so what's the problem or the challenges you're having now with your music and stuff? And he said, well, I'm finding that there's so many artists who are out there who have just come out from nowhere. And, they've got all these Lamborghinis and they've got all these flash stuff, and they've got like 32 million views and that. And I said, oh, okay. Now, as he was explaining it, I could hear the passion, because he's a talent, like he's talented. He's like one of the most talented artists I know. He can put together a product incredibly like high quality, right? But as we know, this is the music business, right? This isn't the music, which means that in order for the music to work, it requires for there to be an element of business and music, which is creativity and the act of marketing, sales, etc., in order to come together, right? And the first thing I want to point out is that your favorite artist, someone, maybe it could be Michael Jackson, whoever it is, in order for them to sustain a career, there had to be music and business. He alluded to the fact that these artists were only where they were because they were probably selling drugs, and they were able to have a Lamborghini, and they was able to pay for video views and all these kind of stuff. And I kind of shared with him that, consider the fact that there has always been artists who had an influx of money invested in their career, and it appears as if they've come out of nowhere. Why? Because it's the music business. And the first thing that artists need to understand is that the money is the investment. It's the investment in your career to reach people. And you found a way to make the money back. That's when you have a sustainable model. If you don't make money from your music, then you won't use it. It's an expensive hobby, basically. And so I kind of was...
Sorry, say that one more time. Cut it. Say that.
And my friend in the background, he wants me to say it again. Which part was it? If you don't make money from your career, if you don't make money from your hair, if you don't make money from your music, you have an expensive hobby. So I know that there's a lot of artists who are really, really passionate about the art form, and I commend you, because so am I, right? But it doesn't go anywhere, and you're finding that you're struggling. Why are you struggling? It's because you haven't found out the important part, which is the music business. And what kind of happened? Let me just kind of show you what happened. So you would have an artist like Michael Jackson, right? And to us, this is us as a little kid, we would look at Michael Jackson and we'd be like, oh my God, Michael Jackson, he's on the radio. He's on the TV. Oh my God, he's in the press, right? Oh, he's on my Pepsi can, so he's on products, right? Everywhere I look, this person, everywhere I'm going, he's on billboards, right? He's literally everywhere where I look. So it's like, oh my God, Michael Jackson is incredible. Everywhere I go, everywhere I listen, Michael Jackson is there, right? And so when we grew up, we had the idea, I want to be just like Michael Jackson. What made us want to be like Michael Jackson, or so many people, is because he was living the best version of life. He was able to have the best things, and he was able to do music, do the thing that he was passionate about. But what happened is, the true story is, there was a record company, right? Record company. And this record company, what they done is they spent marketing money to put Michael Jackson in all of these places, right? But what they understood is that for every dollar, right, that they put in, they would make out, for example, $2. They know that if they spent money in these places, they knew that they would make this out. This is the successful business model that most artists are missing. You need the music, the creativity, the passion, but you also need to make the investment, and you need to know how you're going to make that money back. And so on the Magnetic Music Academy, my passion and my aim is to share with artists as much as possible how we marry the two of these together so you can have a career that you're proud of, right? I remember when I was younger, my grandparents, they're hardworking, Jamaican, right? My granddad used to say, go and learn a trade, right? And for him, that meant, you need to be a mechanic or a doctor, a teacher. I just wanted to sing. But the problem is I didn't have any money, right? At the end of the day, when the bills came, I didn't have any money. And he said, go and learn a trade. People always need a mechanic. They always need these services. Go and do that. And so I eventually, through lots of trial and error, I worked out how to stand in the place where the record company was, where I was investing into stuff, particular stuff, right? That would allow me to be profitable in my music career so that I could do the things I want and hire a 10-piece band and tour around the world and all of these things. So that's what the Magnetic Music Academy is about. This is the point. I wanted to just communicate to my friend at the time that there was always an investment that was going on. Whether it's supposedly drugs money or a record company, there was always an investment that's going on. And that artist, let's say that artist is doing, they are selling drugs and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I didn't even know the person he was talking about. But let's say it is. They know that the Lamborghini, the views that they're paying for is marketing, which gets them back to the same point where they've spent $1 and they're making back $2. It's all marketing. And that's what I want to show for you today. All right. Take care. This is Alan for the Magnetic Music Academy.